Hello everyone, how's it going? We're back for another video in the Work Diary series, of course. So yes, back for another day. Let me start off with a nice little fit check. There we go, pretty stock standard fit for today. So yeah, no, going well. Last 2 nights, a lot of networking going on. You know, I think I've touched on this in previous videos, but I'm running in this election in a few weeks, and yeah, it's in about a month and a half, and so right now I'm just really in the process of, you know, meeting more people, vote gathering. So I've been doing that. It's going to be a pretty tough election. There's 4 people going for the position I am, so yeah, so only one person gets it. There's 4 people that I know of. There's probably going to be even more people, so it's like, yeah, got to make sure that you get the votes that you would need for that. So that's what I've been working hard at the past few weeks and everything. And yeah, no, it's going all right. I am getting, I guess, more confident per se as the days go on and I meet more people, because I know like those could be more votes and everything. But in saying that, it's still going to be difficult, and you know, I don't want to rest on my laurels at all. So yeah, it's going to be a tough election, but it should be good. I'm excited for it. Elsewise, so yeah, other than that, let me think. Yeah, the actual events that I've been going to, like I've been networking at the events, but the events themselves have been pretty good. So Tuesday was after work, after the last video, was a networking event in the city, which I enjoyed. So I mean, well, yeah, that was just a general networking event. So yeah, I did get networking done there, as I just mentioned. And yesterday was this competition night where I was judging. So it's called like a moot, which is like some law, basically themed debate, kind of. It's just basically like a mock trial type of thing. So you just got 2 parties going against each other, going at it. So I was judging, so it's good. Although for some reason we only had 1 party yesterday. I think because, again, it's like a shooting competition, so one team just pulled out, but it is what it is. So yeah, no, so that was that anyway. And yeah, that was good though. So yeah, networking a bit after that. There was food and everything. Food is good. There was food on Tuesday as well, so yeah, no, that's always nice. And let me think, what else got done? I mean, yeah, just busy the last few days at uni, back at uni now, with the semester having started last week. Classes and everything. Just yeah, feeling a bit busy. I think just because I've been out of the house and I haven't really got into a good study rhythm yet. And so I'm just like, I'm already like a bit behind with all the stuff I need to get done. Like tonight I'm probably gonna have to put in a decent few hours for this class I've got tomorrow, doing some preparation for it, which is fine because like I haven't done much yet and I don't have anything on tonight, so you know, it's good. But yeah, I've really just gotta make sure I focus up and try harder for this stuff, because you know, you do obviously want to do well, not gonna lie at all. So yeah, what else has been going on? Let me think. I do this tutoring thing. I've mentioned it a few times for my university's law society. Had the first one of those tomorrow. That was good. No one was on there live on the Zoom call. It was just me, but I mean, that's fine. You know, I've done that same presentation about, I think that was the 4th time. So I do it, yeah, once a semester. So semester 1 last year, semester 2 last year, semester 1 this year, and now semester 2 of this year. So yeah, that was the 4th time, but it was a good one. I think I'm getting better every time I do it, which is always nice. Always nice. And yeah, hit a gym session today as well in the morning, so that was good. I really didn't want to do it. I woke up only at 7 a.m. today because I only got into bed yesterday about 11:30ish. I probably still could have woken up at 6, but I didn't anyway. So yeah, I woke up at about 7, started the work at about 7:25. Just got in about an hour's worth, so that was nice. It wasn't a full workout, but you know, something is better than nothing. Just staying consistent is always good. That's the name of the game, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect, it really doesn't. You know, it's just about staying consistent is the absolute hardest part of, yeah, I think any habit, really. So doing, you know, 60% of a workout like I did today is much better than nothing. Probably more than 60%, probably about 75%. So yeah, much better than nothing. I think the start of the workout is always probably the best bit anyway, like what you get the most gains out of, because you are most fresh, and like you can lift the most and everything, and you do. I don't know. I don't really know the science of it, but I feel like the start of the workout's the best part anyway. So just getting like the first like 75% of that done, I think is pretty good. So yeah, and then I've also been applying. I've been doing some Big Four applications. Your boy's trying to get an internship, not gonna lie. So yeah, I've been doing some of those. I've been applying to all the Big Four places. So PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, EY. I've done the first 3 of those, and I was just finishing off EY last night. I had to do this video interview thing, and it didn't take long, but I was doing it at like 11:30 just before I went to bed. And I remember, because like 2 days before, they emailed me. It was like 5 p.m. on Tuesday, and they were like, "Hi, please do this assessment center thing, like digital online assessment center. You have 48 hours." And so that was that was on Tuesday. That was Monday at about 5 p.m. And so I only completed it Wednesday, last night, about 11:30. So it was more probably like 53, 54 hours. So hopefully they don't hold that against me, that it was longer than the 48 hours they prescribed. But I mean, we'll see. I just need one of them to give me an offer. Just like one. I don't need all of them. I can't accept 4 offers. They're all at the same time anyway. I just need one. Just one offer. The CV business as well that I've mentioned in these videos, I've been a bit slack on the last 2 days. I really need to get back onto that. I think, like I said, I haven't really got into a rhythm yet with my study routine, and I think that's been hurting me a lot. Again, it's only been about a week and a half, so it's fine that I haven't yet. Well, not fine, but it's not the worst thing in the world that I haven't yet, but I've really got to get onto that. The next few days, I've really got to start locking back in. You know, even though we are only at week 2 of semester, I've really got to start locking back in and just get stuff done. You know, whether it be that business, trying to start that up. I've been put into contact with a friend of a friend who's got a little bit of a business in a similar demographic to what I'm aiming for, like students. You know, because they're going to want a CV for getting like part-time jobs and whatnot. So hopefully that goes well, but we'll see. Like, yeah, he has been giving me some good advice so far, so I just got to put it into action. And like, yeah, I just got to keep going. You know, I really do. It's the hardest at the start. Like, just getting this first sale is going to be the hardest thing I do in the whole business. But once I get one, like, I know it's only upward from there. You know, it only gets easier. I just need one. So I think that's the motivating factor. So many people have gotten one sale before, so I just need one. You know, like, I've been doing free CVs for a bit, and that's good, and I can continue doing that, but at some point I'm going to need to progress onwards. So yeah, that's the aim. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got for now. I've got to tell you guys more about my Malaysia, Japan trip still, definitely. I've got to think about some stories. It's kind of hard to think of them on command, but I've got to. So anyway, I'm pretty much at work now though, so I will talk to you guys on my lunch break. Hello everyone, I am back on my lunch break. I've pretty much used it all up watching reels on Instagram, but hey, what can you do? I am sitting back though on the bench where I usually am. All got a canopy above me with these trees and everything. So many big leaves and whatnot. But yeah, I'm back at the old hunting ground. You know me, I love these benches. My favorite place to be. So yeah, no, it's good. But like I said, should probably get back to the office right now. Pretty much. So yeah, but the first half of the day's gone pretty quick. So yeah, just got about another 3-ish hours now, and then we'll head home. So not too bad, but yeah, like I said, I mean, it doesn't stop when you get home. I've got to do another probably 3-4 hours worth of studying for classes and whatnot. But again, it's like life wasn't meant to be easy, you know? So it's like, you shouldn't hate that, you shouldn't resent that, you shouldn't loathe that. You know, it should just be like, this is what it is, and enjoy it for what it is. So that's what I'm thinking, at least. Well, it's a mentality I want to adopt more, you know? So I will try to do that. So yes, I will see you guys on the walk home. Hello everyone, how's it going? We are back on the walk home. Just finished up at work. My boss was grilling me a bit there. I just got done with like an hour and a half grill session. My boss was like, are you actually interested in this work, or are you just treating it like another job, you know? And I'm like, I am interested. But he's like, oh, okay. And he was like, because, you know, I take you as a bit of a quiet guy and whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay, you know. I was like, I feel like I'm not really like that. I feel like I do, you know, exude some confidence and like being more talkative in other parts of my life, but I guess not this one. So he's like, oh, okay, that's good to know. Good to know. So anyway, we ended up resolving it, you know, conflict management, as they say. But yeah, it was an interesting conversation, that's for sure. So yeah. But anyway, that's okay. So we got that done. I am interested in the work, you know. I'm treating you guys like my boss. I am interested in the work, you know. It's just sometimes hard, you know, on an 8-hour work day to still be interested in it. But I guess he was just talking about it in general, you know, and even at the start of the work day, you know, sometimes I'm not even interested really. But, like, generally I am, you know. It's just hard to always be on, you know, but I guess you just gotta learn. Got to learn. So we'll try to do that. But yeah, I'm also hungry, so keen to eat. Not gonna lie. And then yeah, I mean, I've got to do some other stuff for my other unit that I was talking about tomorrow. I've got to do more of that tonight. Got to familiarize myself with all the materials and everything. Write anything down that I need to. So yeah, that should be good, you know, should be good. So yeah, but let me tell you guys more about my Malaysia trip. So Japan as well, you know, I met someone for the first time. There was someone in our unit that's getting an arranged marriage. Pretty crazy. She actually said that she'd invite me to her wedding, so it's taking place next year. I can't remember if I told you guys this, but yeah, so might be going to a wedding next year. Should be interesting. Haven't actually been to one in like a while, not gonna lie. I haven't been to many weddings in my whole life, to be honest. I can remember being to maybe like 1 or 2, not gonna lie. So should be exciting if she pulls through with that. But to be honest, like, I'm not gonna see her until like then, because she's like graduated from university pretty much now, because she's like old, oh, not old, but like older, you know. She's like 25, 26. I think it was like her last subject until she finished. So yeah. What else happened that was good? I don't know. Just like it was a good trip, you know, but like yeah, it was what it was more than anything. No, I don't know. I feel like I've been looking at screens like all day though, you know. I feel like I need to get outside. But at least, you know, that's a good part of doing the gym session in the morning. You know, you do get a bit of exercise in and whatnot. So it's always a positive. So yeah. But that's just that really. And then yeah, it's cold out here. It's freezing. Actually, I think I've mentioned this before, but I've been trying to learn like a Chinese phrase or word or something every time I've been going to work, but I actually didn't today. So, I mean, I still remember the ones I was learning last time. It was 我要睡觉, which is I want to sleep. Or 我累, that means I am tired. So, I'm not necessarily super tired now, it's a little bit, but yeah, not a super amount. Something I have found is whenever I do talk to my boss like directly in a one-on-one conversation, I like to yawn a lot. And yawning's an involuntary thing, so I'm not trying to, it just happens, you know. But I feel bad about it because he must think that like he's boring me, but I don't know, it's just something involuntary that yeah, like always happens for some reason. But yeah, actually, to be honest, don't really, like, I've been thinking for the last like 2 minutes, like, what other stories from Malaysia do I have? Like, I definitely have a lot, you know, but like I just can't think of it unless there's like something relevant going on. But I mean, what I did enjoy is how cheap everything was. Just yeah, I didn't I didn't cook a meal the whole time. I also didn't really have a stove or anything really in the apartment that I was in to cook with, so I couldn't really anyway, but just how cheap everything was, yeah, could very easily eat out every single meal. You know, a meal could, you know, it very easily cost $5 or less. You know, like literally the equivalent of like $2 or $3 Australian dollars. So it was like, you may as well. And it wasn't even really like unhealthy or anything, to be honest. You know, because it is in Malaysia, and you know, a lot of what we were eating was street food. It was, you know, like actually not too bad health wise. I feel like besides the fact they were cooking it in like oil and stuff, like some like vegetable oils, canola oil. Besides that, which obviously makes it taste better, but besides that, like, because that's not that good health wise, I reckon it was actually not too bad. So yeah, cost effective. Probably, like, it's not like you're eating fast food in an American fast food restaurant at like McDonald's or something, you know. It's vastly different. So yeah, no, I wasn't too mad about that one, but that's pretty much all I've got, I would say. And that's pretty much all I've got for this video. So Thursday today, back in the swing of work and everything post Malaysia and Japan. If I can give any stories from Japan as well, I'll try to say them, but yeah, otherwise back in the swing of it post holidays, and I will see you guys in the next video.